What's going on, guys? Angry Man Duke here again. No, I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to record it and then I'm going to upload it the way I've been doing the last few episodes. And that's mostly because, well, I'm driving right now. I'm driving in Texas. I just got out of Dallas, and that's what irritated me. Because Dallas, well, I don't know, it's a toss-up between Dallas and Atlanta. I have the worst drivers in the country. Now, my dog, I don't know why he's so needy today, but he is needy. If you hear him crying, well, that's why. He can come over here and maybe get himself on camera a little bit. Yeah, there he is. There's Casper. See? There's Casper. Okay. I don't know why he's so needy today. I took him out twice and like he just wanted to play. He hasn't pooped yet today. He just wants to play. I get it. Maybe he just has some extra energy. We didn't have the normal night that we had last night because of some bullshit with limited parking in Louisiana, because Louisiana has like no industry, so they don't have many truck stops or anything. But we didn't, I ended up driving personal hours, personal drive time, or personal conveyance, whatever the fuck you want to call it, for an hour. So I ended up having a 12-hour drive day and a 15-hour day total. Because my 11 and my 14 lined up because of some bullshit, and my first pickup was, my second pickup, but my first one in the morning yesterday, the garage door was broken, so they couldn't, get there. Anyway, what am I angry about? The tearing down of statues that Black Lives Matter is doing. It's something really dawned on me today, because they're tearing down all the statues of presidents that is. All right, that's nice, Casper. And it's interesting that you weren't a licker until you were my dog. You just became a licker. I'm that sweet, apparently, because he never licked. Well, I don't know that he never licked anybody, but he didn't really lick anybody until he's my dog. Now he wants to lick me a lot. I think it's something he does to get my attention, because it did get my attention initially because he was not a licker when he got into the truck. Anyway, so they're tearing down all the statues of all the presidents because they were slave owners or whatever, and they're saying they're bad. And they're also going after Jesus Christ because they're trying to say that Jesus, like they want stained glass windows and that, like they're going after the churches. The whole thing is like they're the far left arm of the Democrat Party, and they're fucking shit up because they want to change the entire country entirely. They want to make it into a socialist, quote, utopia, which is not possible. The closest thing to utopia we're going to have is through capitalism. And no, capitalism is not a religion, but you have religion on the side of capitalism. So capitalism with some values. No, most of corporate America does not have values right now, and they haven't for decades. But the entire concept that we created capitalism on, with the free market and free trade, it's natural human nature, and that's going to happen even if the government took over the economy. We're still going to be doing stuff, without them knowing, because the government's not big enough to know what the hell we're doing. And if they were, they would be able to figure out all the people that were selling drugs all this time. But most of the time, they don't know because there's not enough. And then, they want to defund the police. But, I already had a video about that. My thing is, all these horrible people that they're tearing down the statues of, and I don't think they're horrible people because I know a lot of their histories, and I'm learning more about their history. And, like Ulysses Grant, not only is he, I want to say he's on the $50 bill, but not only is he, was he a great man, but he was the one that used the military to take apart the KKK, and he, took apart the rest of the Confederacy, and the entire rebellion from what happened after they lost the Civil War, and helped America to rebuild into the nation that had abolished slavery and industrial and all that stuff. He was a great person. And they tore his statue down. Well, I don't know if he's on the 50 or the 100, but he's on one of them. But anyway, if you're saying that Grant is a bad person, and you're saying that George Washington was a bad person, and Thomas Jefferson was a bad person, and Abe Lincoln was a bad person because they defaced Abe Lincoln's monument in D.C., and they're saying to take down the Washington Monument in D.C., which they're both bullshit. They shouldn't be doing any of that stuff because, George Washington gave up the ability to be the king of America so that he could create the country that we now live in, which is the greatest country ever known to the world. And all these people that are crying that they don't have equal rights, they're still living better than most people. And when I say most people, I want to say 97% of people in every other country in the world. And maybe not every other country, because people in England are living pretty good. And it doesn't really matter who you are in England, you're living pretty good. But then people in Ukraine, all those people are living bad. Even the people that are rich are not living as well as the poor in America. And then if we look to places, and Ukraine is fairly developed, and it's part of Europe, and it has a lot of history, and intelligent people come from there, and I know intelligent people come from there because I'm half Ukrainian and I'm intelligent. And my dad was entirely Ukrainian, and he did some dumb stuff, but he was intelligent. And his oldest brother is a member of the Men's Society, which is a collection of geniuses. And his oldest brother is 100% Ukrainian. So clearly there's intelligent people that come from there. But in any case, those intelligent people came to the United States. The rest of them, it is what it is. The Soviet takeover destroyed Ukraine. But that's not what I'm angry about it. But even still, America's poor lives better than the people there. And, America does try to do better for the poor. It's just a matter of you have to be willing to learn to do better. And if you're not willing to learn, you can't expect people to just give you shit. And, and that is kind of the race inequality. Part of it is the system wants to get those people on welfare. And part of it is also the people aren't teaching their kids to learn and want to learn how to work the system to benefit themselves, because that's how that works. Instead, the people are learning from other thugs on the streets that are working a different system that doesn't benefit anyone except them temporarily. But then, so if you're going to tear down all these statues because you believe that all these people are so horrible, you should also be burning money. And you shouldn't be burning my money. You should be burning the money that's in your pocket, because you're going to prison anyway. Fuck it. But with the government having printed $3 trillion and have actually devalued our currency for this whole coronavirus, them burning money would be doing America a favor, because there's too much in circulation now anyway. Why is everybody in Texas so fucking slow? Speed limit's 70. The guy in front of me is doing 65. But people are doing 50. When the speed limit's 80, they're doing 40. What the fuck is wrong with people? But I can rant on and on about all kind of shit that pisses me off, because Texas does piss me off for the most part. I like Texas as a state, and it's beautiful, and there are some sexy women here, and there's money, and I like the laws, but the driving, y'all suck. Is what it is. But that, like I said, that's not what I'm angry about. And coincidence that the protests actually have led to COVID spikes, but the media is saying that it wasn't because of the protests, that it's because the cities and states reopened. You're full of shit. It's because people were standing shoulder to shoulder and coughing on each other with no masks on. Like Governor Murphy in New Jersey. No mask on, you fucking asshole. You better open the beaches again. You better open all the stuff that America needs. Now I gotta make a turn in 3 miles, so I'm not going around the idiot that can't climb hills. And there's a Texas cop. which probably means I ought to stop recording videos, but it is what it is. My dog's happy because I'm talking and petting him at the same time. And like I said, if you're going to rip down statues, you should also tear apart money. You know, you can get your hands on cash, burn it. It's worthless anyway, because you don't know what to do with it, because you're too stupid and you haven't figured out how to work the system. The system's not stacked against you, it's you that's stacked against you. And if you want more on this topic, you can go check out my video called No Lives Matter, which I am not going to put a link to because I can't do that stuff from my phone, and I can't do ending credits or any of that kind of stuff from my phone. So you're beat for that, and I wouldn't do it while I'm driving anyway. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I get a little off topic, but there's a lot going on, and well, that lot is, well, it's a whole lot. But I hope you enjoyed this. You know I wouldn't do it without you. I'll see you, my friends, in my next video.